Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into the Dash and Flat Toy Review. Originally this video was going to be featuring what looks like to be a green truck, but then because of the fact that I've been distracted by water toys, we're going to be taking a look at 3 of them. Yes, I said 3, but there's also one more here that equals about 4. That's literally about 4 flip-flap origami toys that we're going to be taking a look at. One of them isn't really compatible with water, but it does look like a product that has got something to do with, you know, a water bird of some sort. But anyways, I'm just going to grab the webcam here. And yesterday was chronically icy cold. Freezing cold actually though, and it's going to be quite tricky because the webcam knows that it's actually quite a bit tricky for a position like that because, well, the camera may pretty much get carved out because of the fact that, you know, the wire has seen far better days, and I bet you what, that wire may start to die off though, because obviously if that camera just dies off, well, I don't think I'll have the time to pretty much, how would you say it, make more videos for YouTube. There you go. Those are the products that I've just dumped out recently, of course though, but I'm just going to go for me on this side of the bed though, because I know it's going to be quite tricky for doing toy reviews or whatever position I'll be in. But luckily enough, I'm in this position, so there's my hand. Okay, so hopefully Trackmaster Luke doesn't take over the video on YouTube though, because obviously I'm going to concentrate right on the foreground rather than on the background here, because, well, the foreground tends to be a lot much more clear. And not only that, but the other thing is that this train here, Trackmaster Luke, will take over the video. Not sure if it's coming on camera that well. There he is there. That's the culprit I need to look out for. This green meanie here. Well, it's actually quite useful. Obviously. But anyways, I'm going to start off with, I think we're going to be starting off with Geese first. This one here, it's a, it's a flip-flap origami British Wildlife Collection. It's a domestic Greylag Geese, white Embden forms, or in white Embden forms, swimming small flock 5-pack. It costs about £9, and I'm not sure if you can see it there. I don't want to pretty much hold the camera for far too long because quite often the camera pretty much gets carved out at times though, but there you go, that is the back of the packaging there. They look quite white, often mistaken for swans, going by the disclaimer here. Pretty interesting and very clear reading as well, on the packaging as well. Okay, let's see what they look like. Yeah, they look like swans, but they're just geese really. And there you go, that's just a Greylag goose, just being painted white like a swan. But that's just made out of natural paper actually, because that's supposed to be, you know, what domestic geese should look like. There's the head, front, beak thing, there you go. And there's the eyes as well, it's pretty blue. Can't go wrong, obviously it's done by watercolour, that's why something is just sticking out. And there's another one over there. Fairly nice birds though, overall you can't go wrong with Greylag Geese. Lovely carrot beak on the front. You know, I actually got a funny feeling that carrot beak on the front looks quite amazing than I would actually expect there. I mean, it's a perfect mould, it's a perfect shape. Yeah, I just don't mind Greylag Geese, especially in domestic form. I'm pretty sure domestic geese can fly, but they will fly a bit, I'll just say a little bit more shorter than, well, wild geese, which are like the top migrators ever, I suppose. And there's another one here. It feels like we're going to have like those sort of vibes. It's quite weird, we're getting like large birds, and most importantly, we're going to show us the name. Domestic Embden Greylag Geese. That's what it says there, right at the bottom of the bird. And the bottom of the birds are very, you know, very important to show because, you know, it's all about being truthful and being open to your eyes, or being open to other people's eyes actually. And luckily enough, they're not swans because they don't have that black knob on the front, or dark eyes as well. Well, let's take a look at another one here. This one's another Greylag Geese product, but this one costs about £11. It's basically another flip of Origami British Wildlife Collection toy. It's called the Domestic Greylag Geese Feeding Frenzy 4-pack. It's quite funny, we're getting a lot more geese products than any other birds though. It's probably because of the fact they're quite large, and also to pinpoint the differences between geese and swans, I think geese are said to be more noisy than swans, with their honking sounds obviously. There you go. There's that same disclaimer again. Trying not to confuse. Oh, they've got broccoli and spinach. That's a bit healthy. And they're pretty much fake veggies. Because this set really pretty much emphasises, you know, kids and children, if they're going to be feeding ducks and geese bread, well, this is a much more healthy opportunity to go for, or a much more alternative sort of version of them. There you go, that's broccoli. There you go, it looks pretty much, there's nothing on the back, but it is broccoli, and there's what it looks like to be, I'm pretty sure that's a spinach leaf. No, maybe it's not as highly detailed as the others, but still looks like broccoli to me. I don't know why, but yet again, if anyone who's like an artist, they will be getting the big pounds, and in America or in Australia, you'll be getting like the big dollars. Fancy that. There's another broccoli here. Pretty weird, isn't it? I mean, it looks sort of cool actually. Bit of a kids thing for the geese to eat. And there's another spinach leaf. No detailing in the back there. Fancy that, hey? Obviously, Flip is pretty much a company that is not only just lavishly detailed with such great toys, with so much attention to detail, but it can also be a bit cheap and cheerful. As always is per usual. Well, depends actually. And I'm still working on that big green truck. It's like a flatbed truck, but I'm not going to show it to you until like the following day, which will be like tomorrow, I think. And there's the other side of it as well. And if not, if I feel like I'm not doing it tomorrow, then I can save it for another day. Another day it will be indeed. There's another goose here. It's got that back end as well. That's the tail. I mean, I've got a funny feeling geese and swans do wag their tails, a little bit like dogs. I'm sure. There you go, that's the name. Embden is basically, if you actually see this word here, Embden, that's where the breed comes from. So it's basically a German sort of breed of goose. And Embden is supposed to be like, you know, a seaport sort of town. It's like located in the northwestern part of Germany. Not really, I'm not sure if it's far away from Hamburg. If anyone knows their German stuff or their German towns and cities, please do so, because obviously, well, I have done geography before at school though, but I can't really remember where Hamburg and Embden are, in which part of Germany. And what's actually quite strange is there's actually a bit of overspraying on white geese. Although I've never seen a bit of appalling moments like that though, where they've just gone offline though from being super detailed. And I've actually detected another problem here on one of the geese. This one here on the bottom there. It's a bit disappointing, the colour effect on the geese there. It looks like it's been dyed with tikka masala soup. Not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but I'll definitely say it's more related to do with art. So that might be a watercoloured crayon, I think. There you go, there's another one here. And Trackmaster Luke has got himself derailed, so I'll come in and re-rail him. Hopefully I won't be detailing as much toys as possible, because, well, if I was going to be detailing toys, it would have made the video a bit longer though, but yet again, I can come in and re-rail Luke. Maybe that track joiner is a little bit sad on the Trackmaster Classic track, which I'll come in and fix it later on, But there you go, that's the geese. And I bet you what, since I've already shown you the veggies, I don't think I'll be able to show you being well fed, because obviously I need to keep on track of what I've got. And it's also about 9:04 as I'm making this video. In fact, I actually shot this video early, before 9 o'clock. Crikey, I can't believe how early the video gets. Anyways, that's the geese. Greylag geese, domestic Greylag geese. I want to keep on track if Trackmaster Luke is going to get stuck again. You see? No. Thank God, eh? Let's take a look at this product next. This product here is pretty much a product that has been botched up to another envelope, because obviously there's actually one problem here. When I was opening up for the boat to pretty much, how would you say it, be fitting in, of course it's a flip-up origami. £9 toy. It's a basic catamaran or luxurious boat buildable. What it says there? Yacht 5-pack and set with live buoy and sails. That's very important to know. It's got sails in it, of course. And I don't know why I'm saying it too, but the reason why I didn't say it is because, get this. So they get. It actually comes with one sail. A sailboat sail. Obviously, this is definitely like that Sydney ferry that I did back then there, eh? It's pretty amazing. And this packaging here is actually botched up to another, so it must have been stuck into another product. There you go. The edge of the product here hasn't been detailed hasn't been fixed that well, but the actual detailing on this packaging is actually fairly nice. So I can't pretty much, how to say it, fault that. But out they come. And there's some more components here. I think there's a buoy, a live buoy. Crikey, I wonder what's doing there, eh? In this set. It's actually not too bad. Quite a bulky sounding sort of packaging that sounds like that. Anyways, let me just show you what we've got. That's the is that the cab of the boat where you can load your live buoy. Goes in there. It's a very differently detailed sort of life buoy compared to the Sydney ferry, and then you can pretty much, how do you say it, plonk the life buoy inside the boat. I mean, it's not the worst of all sorts of toys. Mind you, I could create like maybe like a boat like this with a jetty. That'd be pretty hard to do so, eh? Actually, I need to swivel this one around because the actual position I need to look out for is, well, looking at the front of the packaging here, it's meant to be like that. And also the back of the packaging, it's also meant to be like that too. See that? Yes, it's not as nicely detailed, it's not as greatly detailed as that Sydney ferry I looked at, but the best thing about this set is that it comes with a permanent mast, a little bit like that Dyson cordless vacuum cleaner having a permanent battery. Okay, get this, I'm actually saying it, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're watching this whole freaking YouTube video, of course. There you go, that's the sail. You can actually swivel the mast just to control the ship or boat. Actually, I haven't done boat products like that for quite a while, eh? But it's quite a nice sort of toy. And then you've also got this, is that a hull? It's also got windows here on both sides. Crown Catamaran Holidays, that's what it says here. Sounds like a very luxurious cruise ship company, but it is a catamaran type boat. It's also got a mouth. And Trackmaster Luke has been derailed, so just give me a bit of time. I'm not going to be around at this section of the video because obviously, well, guess what, luckily enough I don't have to be exposed with my face and stuff. And sadly today's YouTube is just so toxic in the way people have been shown these days, I'm afraid. But anyways, let's keep that to a bright end. Because obviously, as we look forward to the brighter side of our futures, okay, there's the other side of it here as well. Crown Catamaran Holidays, as it says again. Of course the sail says Crown. You know, it's got like a Crown logo as you can see. And there's the other side of it as well. It's much better than that frickin' inflatable frickin' Crown that Stuart Ashton's had back in April of 2015. But anyways, let's assemble the boat. Here's its mouth. And of course there's the hull. Look at that! Actually, oh, that's weird. Let me reassemble the boat back again. You can actually swivel the boat just to make sure it doesn't sink. And make sure it swims. Or floats. Actually, when looking at this, it looks like it's got the legs of a frog or a giant toad or something. It looks quite weird. Very unusual, but it looks pretty much the part. Looks lovely. It looks more like a frog. Or a toad in the way it's being, you know, position like that. It's a very strange sort of pose for such a design like that, hey? Pretty weird. Also, I love those aerodynamic windows, and there's also more detailing in the back there. There's some ladder action where, you know, the back of the ship is, and there's the other side of it here as well. There you go. There's that sort of, how would you say it, wedge sort of shaped windows. Brilliant design. You can't go wrong with a boat there. I have to say, FlipLab is actually getting really well with vehicles, especially to do with, you know, water and stuff. I might make FlipLab airplanes if that's alright for me, hey? If I could do FlipLab airplanes, that'd be, I mean, crikey, that'd be awesome. Okay, I don't know what I was talking about. And there's the life buoy, just to save my life. I should have done that to the train, but maybe I actually think, you know, it's pretty much the best thing not to do so, because if I was going to be putting that life buoy on the tracks, well, it would have caused some chaos. Well, speaking of chaos, I'm going to set up this. One of our Trackmaster Luke is going to pretty much, how do you say it, react to this life buoy and see how he goes. Now, the next part we might take a look at is the Flip Up Origami Flapping Birds toy. I haven't had those for a long time, eh? Whew. Let's see how Trackmaster Luke is caught up. Oh, is it going to get... Oh! Yep. That life buoy did cause some confusion and delay. Just a bit, but not fully. Because Trackmaster Luke just survived while derailing. Or attempting himself to derail. Okay. The product, of course, is called the Dark Morph Pacific Eastern Reef Egret or Heron Small Flock 5-pack. It costs about £3.50. I think there it is. There's the price there. Not sure if you can see it very clearly, but there it is there. You just hold the camera like that. And oh dearie dearie dear, it looks like Trackmaster Luke is having a very bad day. I'm going to re-roll him. There you go, I've just re-rolled him, but I just can't show my bodies and stuff like that because of stupid YouTube. There's the back of the packaging there. For the birds, of course. Just making sure that the camera is A-OK without being completely and utterly frittled or frazzled. There you go, let me just go ahead and unpack these guys. And it's funny, these guys are also pretty much designed after the little egret, and that's like their, you know, their doppelganger species. It's like a caricatured little egret covered in oil, but they are actually egrets, or herons obviously. It's like a Pacific Reef or Eastern Reef Egret or Heron. I suppose they're mainly confined into coastal areas across Asia and Australia. I think that's where they would live in. I don't know if I can see these guys in New Zealand. If anyone can correct me if or not, maybe they are found in New Zealand. I've got no idea, hey. Looks like they've got charcoal grey on the feathers and stuff. It's quite a nice looking bird indeed. Although that being said, there's not much, how would you say it, charcoalness of grey around the other side of the wing. So, strangely enough, it can be quite varied overall though. In, you know, in the way that the pencil has done its job. And most importantly, there's the name. Dark Morph Pacific Reef Heron Egrets. There you go, they're all fully named like that, except for the word Eastern. Because, you know, they're found on the eastern side of Asia. Or like in the Pacific Ocean, I think. That's where they'll be. Yeah, actually doesn't look too bad. For such a design or a shape like that, I can't fault it real well. And you know what? That's probably the best thing since sliced bread. Well, obviously, this toy view was quite interesting. Well, we had a couple of geese, we also had a boat, and we also had 5 egrets, and it was quite a simplistic set to get into with the egrets and stuff. But anyways, if you really enjoyed in this very simplistic video, sorry for the fact that I didn't show you the green truck. I will show it to you maybe from tomorrow, and if not, I'll save it for another day. And I was going to put the wheels and stuff. Anyways, if you really enjoyed this whole video on YouTube, please give this video a like, subscribe for more Flip Out content in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll keep in touch once this, once the green truck is completely and utterly finished. Okay, thank you again, and goodbye for now.